Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new battle report. Another battle of my squad Lazarus in a kill team game of 40k. So, as in my previous battle report, I will play my Space Marines combat squad Lazarus. If you want more details about how it's composed my kill team, please you can click on the box. So as this is the second battle we play on the same day, my opponent is playing same army as in the previous battle report. So just to refresh, this is a Tau army composed by 5 warriors, 2 Markolites drones, and then we have 3 stealth suits, one with fusion blaster and have film pain, and one have preferred enemy and the other one have riding. This time the mission was supply drop. So in that mission you put these objectives are scattered, and then each time you reach an objective you throw a d6. With a 6, this is the main objective and all the others are removed from game. If you throw another number, then you just remove this objective. If there is only one objective remaining on the table, this is automatically the main objective, and this will give 3 points if you control this objective at the end of the game. So this time I deploy, as you can see here, I deploy the Razorback in the middle of my deployment zone, and then on my right flank I deploy 2 Space Marines. So in the ruins that you see at the bottom of the picture there are 2 Marines, one is difficult to see, and inside of the Razorback I have 3 Marines. So inside I have the Sergeant, the Space Marine with preferred enemy, and the Space Marine with the plasma gun. I have to apologize because I forgot to make a picture of the deployment of my opponent, but I can summarize here. So in the ruins just in front of my Razorback there were 2 fire warriors and 1 Markolite drone, and then on the barricades at the left there were another fire warrior. The rest of the force is deploying hidden behind the walls on the big building that is at the bottom right of the picture. So in my first turn I decided to move 6 inches ahead with the Razorback, and then I disembarked 2 of the Space Marines inside, the plasma and the other one with the bolter, keeping the sergeant safe inside of the Razorback. In the shooting phase, the Space Marine with the plasma killed the drone, and then the tank killed 1 fire warrior. On my right flank, the 2 Space Marines, one of the 2 Space Marines moved ahead. So here you see the movement in my right flank. See, 1 Space Marine is keeping in the same place, and 1 of the Space Marines is moving forward. In that movement I discovered 2 of the objectives, but I didn't throw any 6, so the objective just disappeared from the battlefield. In that picture you can see better where the Tau are deployed. You see most of them are behind the walls that are taller than them, so it was quite difficult for me to have some targets. This already in turn 2. So in her turn 1 he just he couldn't shoot a lot because the fireworks were out of range or didn't have line of sight, and the only one that shoot was one of the stealth suits that moved forward, tried to be in range of the tank. It shoot to the tank, but it couldn't pen the armor of the tank, and then this stealth suit moved just in the building that is in the center of the battlefield, out of line of sight of any of my marines or vehicle. So in my turn 2, what I decide to do is I embark again the 2 marines that I disembarked in the previous turn, and I move the tank 6 inches forward just to shoot with the assault cannon. Then the 2 Space Marines that were in my right flank, I try to move them as fast as possible to the building in the middle of the battlefield. Here you see where my tank end up at the end of turn 2. The picture you can see the two Space Marines approaching to the tower in the middle of the battlefield. At the back of the tower there is one stealth suit, but was completely out of line of sight, so I couldn't shoot at him. So I just moved and then ran the two Space Marines, tried to get as close as possible to be able to assault in close combat the stealth suit in the next turn. In turn 2, the Tau just redeploy a little bit, and the stealth suits move a little bit forward to shoot the Space Marines that are approaching to the middle of the battlefield. You can see here that he didn't want to risk a lot in the second turn, so he's keeping the battle suits behind the walls. In the shooting, the fire warriors that have line of sight shoot to the tank, but he was not able to glance open the armor of the tank. The battle suits shoot to the two Space Marines approaching to the tower in the middle of the battlefield. The one with the fusion blaster missed the shoot, and the other two hit the Space Marines, but the armor saved the Space Marines from the death. The leader of the Tau is just behind of this building, and then in the ruins there are another fire warrior and two stealth suits. The other fire warriors are moving to the right at this moment, or in the left in the picture. The reason is there is only one objective remaining on the battlefield, so this is the one that is giving 3 points and is the one that is in the other side of the battlefield. The objective that was in that ruins, when was discovered, he was not able to throw a 6, so it disappeared from the battlefield. And we go into turn 3. So in the tower, as I was planning, I was able to salve with my two Space Marines to the stealth suit that was hiding on the top of that building. So in the other side, my Razorback just moved on top of the objective, and then I disembarked one Space Marine. In the shooting phase, I was able to kill one or two firewalls in this area, securing the objective. In the close combat, my Space Marines didn't manage to kill the stealth suite, and then we went to turn 3 of the Tau. In Tau turn 3, the shooting, the only thing that is remarkable or from the shooting is that the stealth suites just move a little bit forward, then they shoot to the tank, and only the fusion blaster was able to pen the armor, but it just did a glancing, so I lose 1 whole point on my Razorback. And then on the close combat of the Tau turn, I managed to kill the stealth suit. In turn 4, as you can see in that picture, the Space Marines that managed to kill the stealth suit on top of the building just use the movement to go down, and then I move forward in my turn. On the area around the objective, I move forward the Space Marine that I disembarked in the previous turn, and then I also disembark the Space Marine with plasma to give more fire support. The idea now is to secure the objective with the Razorback and the Sergeant, and use all the other Space Marines just to create a safety perimeter. In the assault phase, the Space Marine that have moved forward before managed to assault the Fire Warrior. And in that side of the battlefield, one of the Space Marines managed to kill the stealth suit because it didn't move enough to be behind cover again. I think he just threw a 4 and was too far to be behind the wall again. In the close combat, at the end, I killed the Fire Warrior, and here you see that there is very little remaining of the Tau force. So there is the leader just behind this building. You can see like a red spot is the leader. Then there is one Fire Warrior, one drone, and one stealth suit remaining. So he has to start checking for leadership each turn. And then in turn 4, the Taus managed to pass the leadership. As the stealth suite and the drone are inside of the influence of the leader, you just need to throw the leadership with the leader. If it's passing the leadership, then they pass automatically. The other fire warrior that is alone in front of the space marine also pass the leadership. In the shooting phase, the stealth suit that have the fusion blaster managed to kill one of the space marines that are approaching to the big building, but the fire warrior and the leader didn't manage to kill the space marine in the other flank. So in turn 5, I move forward with all my space marines. I want to charge the stealth suit with the fusion blaster, and then I also move forward. The space marines try to shoot at the leader of the Tau. So at that point, I ignore the fire warrior that is in that area, and I just focus on killing the leader. But my shooting phase was also inefficient, and I didn't manage to kill the leader. The space marine with the plasma missed in the shooting, and the other with the bolter hit, but he passed the armor save. On the assault, I managed to assault the stealth suit that was in the building, but I was not able to kill him, and he didn't was able to damage me neither. Then in the turn 5 Tau, the fire warrior decided to run away of the battlefield. Now the leader was alone with the drone and the stealth suit. In the shooting phase, the leader managed to kill the space marine with the plasma gun, but in the assault, the stealth suit didn't manage to kill the space marine, and I didn't manage to kill the stealth suit again. So it's again a draw in the close combat. So this is the close combat between the space marine and the stealth suit. So I didn't manage to hit him, and he managed to wound me, but my armor saved me from the death. And here you see how the leader managed to kill the space marine with the plasma gun. And in the turn 6, and this is a picture of the end of the battle, the space marine moved ahead and charged the Tau leader, killing him in close combat. The other close combat remained tight, as I couldn't manage to hit the stealth suit, and the stealth suit couldn't manage to pen my armor. The Razorback and the Sergeant remains in position, protecting the objective at the end of the battle. And this is the picture at the end of the battle. This second game goes much easier for me, and I think I have the initiative the whole battle. One of the mistakes I think my opponent did is that he didn't coordinate well the movement and the attacks, and he sent the Tau one by one, so I was able to kill one Tau and receive very little fire in response. So this was helping me to keep my space marines alive until the end of the game and protect the objective, while the space marines were able to hold the Tau at the back of the battlefield. So, and that's all for this battle report. Please like if you like it, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again later. Bye.